Good morning, welcome back to another video. We are, as you can see, down by the seafront. We've been down about half an hour and it's 7:05 now. Just thought we'd bring her down for a run and get another vlog done, another bit of men's unspoken talking. And I want to talk about men exploding and men not being listened to, and why men are struggling because they're not spoken to, they're not listened to, and why they can't speak, and the reason behind not being able to speak out. I want to know, question is, why are you not speaking out and what you're afraid of? Now, just talking to general people and asking why they think lads and men don't speak out is because of they're ashamed, they feel weak. 95% of lads mask it and hide it away because they don't want to have the piss taken out of them, which is understandable, very understandable. Now, I always find lads don't want to speak out because they do feel weak when they do. Now, I think it's a lot different. I think we went through a different stage. We went through that stage of where it was never spoken about. Lads didn't really seem depressed. There wasn't a lot of pressure. And then I think lads got a lot more confident. Now, if you look at the younger generation, the hairstyles are back how we used to have hairstyle in the 80s and the 90s. Lads have got a lot more confidence, gym, and they're a lot different. There's a hell of a lot of different. But also, the lads that are in the 40s and 50s now are the ones that are struggling more than the 18 to 30s, 35, 40. And we really need to know why. The generation of lads differ massively, and why do they differ massively? What is the actual difference? I sort of find you've got the young age, the gym lads that I was 20 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. You've got the gym lads, they look really well, they're into the tanning, they're into, looking after themselves. Where back in our day, it was literally lift loads of weights, get really big and look really good. Now, I think the difference in the generation of people, lads that they're starting out 18, 20, 25, are not the lads that are really struggling. It's the lads that they say on NHS data, the lads that are struggling are normally 40 onwards, financially, in a relationship, pressure in your job. Now, I remember back in the day when you could earn your money and save some money and have a really good lifestyle. Now, it seems to be earn your money, just pay your bills. And I know that just through asking friends and just asking general people what they're actually worrying about more, what they do worry about. Now, if you're the younger generation side, leave a comment if you're struggling, but also leave a comment if you've got it sorted and you're not struggling and you're doing well for yourself. But I'd like to get sort of a rough idea on the channel, the age pattern of who is struggling and who isn't struggling, from 16 up to 16 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35 and so on, just to see sort of around the age pattern of who is struggling and who isn't struggling and what you struggle with, because you'll find that nobody does talk. And at that point, when do you sort of explode and think, yeah, fuck it, enough's enough, and you just go bang? Because at the end of the day, we're all like a bottle of pop. that's been shaken up, and some handle things better than others. Do you go bang after an argument with your partner? Do you go bang after a bad day at work? What's the pressures? That's what is behind it all. Now, the suicide rate for men is, the last time I checked, is around 70% in men in the UK alone. I've been reading up on a few sad stories that it's upsetting, really. It's not nice, and we need to reduce that. And I don't feel like there's enough being done by the authorities, by the government, and the NHS have got their hands tied. You can go absolutely psycho, and the police will come and arrest you for your own safety. They'll take you in, they'll try and get you a little bit of help, but before you know it, you're kicked out the door. They're not listening properly to your side of the story. Now, if you haven't really got an understanding partner, now I've got a partner that understands, because she can always see it from both sides. Now, what I mean by both sides is she suffers from overthinking, from, I wouldn't say depression, but she has got PTSD, because she's not a depressed person. She's got a lot of things in her head that she wants to say, but can't say it, because it just opens up more cans of worms. And possibly you are the same. You don't want to open them cans of worms up. Maybe you've had a bit of a difficult time and you feel like opening them up opens more up and opens more up. But the thing is, I find the more you talk, the more you open, the more you settle, the more you sort out the different situations. It's a bit of a different walk. We're just at P-Zone Park, amazing place to come and clear your head. So yeah, it's that Coke bottle effect that people aren't looking at properly, because people aren't listening. Going back to saying I've got a partner that sees both sides and will listen and will give her opinion. Now, she's a great person for giving advice, but taking her own advice sometimes is a little bit hard, and I think we're all like that. We don't take our own advice. We can give advice out, and we can all do that quite easily. So the Coke bottle effect, we're shaken and we explode, and it might be just something as simple as money, or it might be something similar, simple as work. Work's not going well, you're under pressure, you're under deadlines. I think that's the problem of today. Everything has got now a target, more of a target, more sales, make more money. And that's how it's become over the years. More money, and that's what it's about. You are just a person in that seat to make more money, which gives you more pressure to make more money for these big companies. And what do you actually get out of it? Come on up here. Yeah, what do you get out of it? A small little paycheck at end of the day. Oh, big deal. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Come on. If it's not that, then it's pressures at home. You find people that have just started a family. You've started your family. You've got the pressures of home. You've got pressures of a newborn baby. You've got pressures of your partner feeling overwhelmed with having a new baby. If you've got other kids, you've already started a family and this is your second or your third child, you've got them pressures as well on top of that. Yeah, so then money pressures, the children, your partner, your lads, your mates, a lot of pressures. And I was just talking to my best mate the other day, you find that 1 minute you're all together, you're all going out, then one gets a partner, next one gets a partner, then the next one, and then you're not out as much because you've bought a house, and then it snowballs, a snowball effect of, you know, things to pay. Your missus isn't at work anymore because she's obviously looking after the kids, which gives you more pressure and more pressure, which is hard on its own. And then, like I say, you open that bottle of pop and it just explodes. But have you got somebody there to talk to after that bottle's gone? Is there somebody there to pick up the pieces of you? Do you feel alone even though you've got a partner? Do you feel alone? So a lot of people do, they feel alone even though they've got somebody to talk to, like a partner. I think, if I was to be honest, back in my day when I started my families, it was a lot different. The times are a lot different. Shh, noisy. Yeah, times are different. And times are different now, and you see it so much. And obviously the government don't help, and things on the news don't help, and the wars, and there's just so much shit going on that pressurises. I was talking to my best mate the other day, and he was going down to Northampton. He's under so much pressure. As I've said in vlogs, he's like in charge of a big, well-known car dealership, which is one of them where it's appointment only. They make it sort of to order. They put their own body kit on it. It's one of them sort of garages. And he's under mass pressure because people aren't buying cars for 100, 200, 300,000 pound anymore. They just can't afford them. Oh, back in the van, it's freezing by the sea. But then if you ever know Scarborough, which is where we're from, P-Zone Park, which you might know, it's a bit warmer. So I thought we'd just finish off in the van. It's a bit cold. So yeah, just the topic is the Coke bottle effect, the Coke bottle effect, which is the pressure, and I don't feel like it's talked about enough. The pressure, just in general in life, is not really spoken about. I kind of sort of think a lot where, for example, I sat at home last night just staring out the front window and thinking that there are lads out there, because I've been one of them lads where I've sat in my little pokey flat a few years ago when I split with my wife and just sat thinking, where do I go next? I'm in that rut, which wasn't a bad rut because I had my own place. My kids came every fortnight. I could work Monday to Saturday or Sunday to Friday one week, and then Monday to Friday the next week on the tanks, bringing in decent money. I got a chance to go to the gym, if not every night, every other night. I got a chance to go to the gym on a weekend. I got a chance to go to the gym while I was at work, between loads. Yeah, and just sat thinking, I've got my little pokey flat, and it was everything to me. I was paying for it for myself. It was, you know, I had to organise all my finances myself, and it taught me a lot. But I think it would have come to a point where that Coke bottle effect, that fizzy pop would have just, the lid would have gone, because I might have had the little flat, I might have had a good job, I might have gone to the gym a lot, but behind the scenes I was having a lot of trouble with my ex-wife, and that was the Coke bottle effect. You get wound up, and then it flips, and then you look the bad person, and you're not the bad person. It's just the rolling effect of not being listened to. And yeah, it's hard. It's hard for lads because we're not listened to. And even if you've got a partner, I find with some of them, they don't quite listen to what you're actually saying, which frustrates lads. And you'll find a lot of women, they'll go, you're not listening to me. You are listening to them. You see their point, but they're not seeing your point, which makes you blow up as well, and it's hard. That leads on to other things as well, you know, lads with a little bit of a short temper, but lads that are calm as a cucumber, all of a sudden just can't cope, and the next minute they just flip. And a lot of people go, well, I didn't expect that. We didn't expect that. He's not like that. That's not normally him. But when you wound up and wound up and wound up, and I've said before, the law is not on your side, because if you flip, you look the bad one. And over the next few vlogs, I'll talk a little bit about what I used to be like, up here, 100 mile an hour, just absolute bear, just an animal, just an angry animal. And I'll do a vlog on what I was like and how much I used to fly off the handle to how calm I've come now, and what I do for the calmness, and how I am so calm, and how so different I am from then to now, and the reason behind it, and who's taught me that. That'll be a vlog not so far in the future. That'll be a soon vlog, it'll be in between other vlogs, I would have thought. So yeah, there's so much I need to set the channel off with, to build it up, to get into the nitty-gritty. But, you know, just sat at the seafront, watching the waves is peaceful, calming, but your problems are still there. Watching the sea, watching the calm, your problems are still there. You've got to sit and watch the sea and sort your problems out in your head, and then the action is to go do it and sort that problem out. And I'll also do the problem solving in vlogs of how I solved problems and what I did about them, and how I solved them, how quick I solved them, and what I did. We'll do vlogs like that as well. But it's a beautiful day, bit chilly, plenty of people out. She's met a load of dogs. We'll mention the hoodies and the t-shirts are now getting printed, so I'll start wearing them and I'll get the feel of what people think, and then I'm going to do a town giveaway of the hoodies and t-shirts. First 20 I'm just going to give away, and also do a vlog in town asking if men are struggling and what they're struggling about, what they're struggling for, and that'll be coming up shortly. So I'm absolutely starving. I need another coffee. We need to get her back and get her feet washed. And this is Men Unspoken. Another glorious day. We'll get home to the family and see what the day brings. We might even be coming back into Scarborough, because we've got another channel that we do. We've got beaches, if you look on. We've got the beaches channel, but I've also got a live channel where you can actually come and see what we have to give in Scarborough. If you've never been on holiday in Scarborough, which millions of you have, and millions of you will turn up this summer again, and it'd be good to see you all. So that's another channel. So I'll probably come back and do a vlog then. We'll get some batteries charged. We're going to head home, and yeah, leave a like, hit the subscribe, it helps the channel, but hit the like button and leave a comment if you are feeling that same bottle effect, what you're struggling with, and how you're dealing with life and how you're coping with life. We'd like to hear from you. Leave us a like, leave us a comment, hit the subscribe button. We'll see you on the next vlog. Stay safe, have a good weekend.